Dodgy camera, dodgy camera. Right, what we got here? So welcome, Lockdown Workshop, I'm Mark. This one's been, I've had it about 3 weeks now. I haven't had a chance to get onto it. Front wheel's already off. Give it a very basic M check in that I put the chain measure in. Let's have a look, show you what we found. Yep, that's not good. Goes backwards and forwards. Goes even more backwards and forwards. Yeah, chain's pretty knackered. It's got a few other issues as well. I think the front brakes, back brake is going too far. So I'm going to have a look into that, see if it's the pads or we've got an issue. It is hydraulic, but oh shit, I don't want to do that. That's why you put them in. That one's not as bad, so it's the pads. Pads look okay on there. Can't really see on the back the things in the way. So we'll finish off the M check. Headset's good, that's fine, check that. It is a gravel bike, so it's probably seen some fair bit of winter use. The person that's brought it in got it second hand, so it's a second user bike. So we don't know the full history of it, but I have noticed a few things already, so I'll just show you these. So first off, let's go through the gears. Right, so I've clicked it once, we're in the bottom by the way, so I've clicked it once. Clicked it twice, it's starting to think about it and it's up. Clicked it again, nothing. Clicked it again, it's moved. So we're up about 3 or 4 already. It might jump 2 in a minute, you never know. Right, jump 2 there. And it stopped and we're too short at the top, so it's massively out of index. Right, it's just out of index. As you can see, or not see. Yeah, there's something going wrong there. So let's do an initial fix on this. That feels particularly tight. Let me just step over you a minute. Yep, we're recording again. Oh, smacked it anyway. Could have just climbed over. Looks okay, that's in line. We'll turn it a couple more turns and then we'll have another go at it. Try not to smack the camera. Right. Still not. Another couple of turns. Just some big adjustments and then we'll hone in on it. Oops, that was 2. Still not quite right. It's going, but it's hesitation. Ah, that's a little bit better. That's not right. Let's have a look. See what's going on there. It's skipping. Let's see why it's skipping. Seems a little better. Move you out of the way again. Just move you out of the way, that'd be easier, wouldn't it? Because I can always zoom you in. Aha! Why didn't I just do that in the first place? Right, now that's showing all the signs that we've gone too far. Right. Yeah, I think we've got a bit of an issue going on there. And I think it could be just the chain's slack, but it could have knackered the cassette. Right, we're indexed somewhere near now. We'll know better when we get the chain on. Right, let's have a look at the other issue. Oh, you weren't recording. Right, you missed all that. This wasn't working either, it was indexed out. I think you missed that. But anyway, I was just saying, what I've noticed is the chain's moving around as well. So we'll just see if I can. Still on. Right, so I'm just going to look see if it's got a, looks like that's it, and it was a sacrificial. Can't see any others. Can't see any split pins. Ah, we have one. There is one. So that's weird. There was a pin and a one of these. Right, I'll just stick you there for a minute and let me have a feel of this bottom bracket. Actually, do you know what? It's not brilliant, but it's not. I thought it felt stiff. And I thought I'd felt a bit of play in it, but I can't feel that play now. Maybe there is a little bit of, might be more sideways motion. I'm inclined to leave that alone. Problem we've got with these Praxis, a Praxis Works crank. The paint up the mouth are their own standard. They're not used wide enough for people to be able to be bothered to make clone or alternative parts for them. So there's really only Pinnacle I've come across that use them, and Pinnacles Evans brand. they're not brilliant. I don't know why they put them on, to be honest. Obviously they must be cheap. They're a solid forged cranks, they've got none of that, but I've had problems with them before. They're an absolute pig. I think they're a 30mm, not a 24, so you're limited what you can put in there, and they use a different standard, and they use a different tooling as well. I haven't got the tool. So last time I think I used a wrench and wrapped some rubber around it to get it off, and then put a different bottom bracket in. But no, not brilliant. So I think we will leave that alone. It feels like it's good enough for the amount of mileage that gets done on this bike. Sorry, Tracy. But that's moving. It doesn't sound like it's crunchy or graunchy. It does sound a little dry, but it's not worth me ripping it off. Actually, I might. You know what? I might take the bottom bracket out just to see if I can grease the bearing. I've had a reasonable amount of success with that recently, so we'll give that another go. I think they're a bit weird as well, these. They use a... Well, that's the other thing. It looks like somebody's already been in there once as well. So we'll see what joys await us. They never have a thing on that indicates which way's off either. There was no way that was torqued up. It should be a self-removing crank, so it should take itself off the spindle. He says. I don't know if they're a square taper or what these. I think they're probably like an Octolink, if I had to guess. A bit like the Shimano ones. Actually, I wonder if a Shimano one would fit. I don't know what they are. I do have a spare Shimano bottom bracket. I've got a sneaky suspicion it's push fit. It's not. Let's have a look. It's in for a service anyway, so we're not hurt to take this off while we're here. Got plenty of grease on it. So it's very similar to how the do not remove. Can't read what that says. There is actually Newton's thing. So what there is that this drives it out, and that screws into the other side, screws it in and pulls it on. It is very similar to an Octolink. As I said, see if it just pushes out. No, we're not going to be that lucky. We're never going to be that lucky. Boom. Right, so you do have to be careful because sometimes the rubber seals come out. That looks pretty scabby. Looks like it might have been slipping at some point, so it might have had a new bottom bracket in. Actually, that doesn't feel that bad, and it does look like it might be a standard bearing too. No, that side's well scabby. Right, we're going to have a quick look, see what I've got in the bearings. Oops, I'll put that on. Very naughty. Retaining strap. Right. Now, many years ago, when we were all COVIDing, we used to have a problem getting parts. Now they are the bottom brackets ones. We've got some ceramics in there as well. I don't think I've got anything. think these will be any good. These are the ones for the... no, nowhere near. Nowhere near. I thought I kept one of the old Praxis ones as a spare, to be honest, but it doesn't look like I did. Which is a shame, but it was absolutely mullered. It's a bit of a disappointment that... Oh, it's because they're the Shimano ones. So we'll see if we can knock the bearing out. Actually, I forgot I have got this, but I think it's a push fit. Pretty sure it's a push fit. It'll tell me on it somewhere. Press fit GXP Road. So that's no good. Have we got anything else in here that might be useful? Interested to see what bearings these have got. No, because they were a 25. They were for a different crank set altogether. Right, before I knock all the bars over. No, I don't think that's going to help me. You can knock her out at all. I don't know where she is. It's in here. That's what we want. Right. See if this will actually do what we need. Not showing much signs of moving. Thought it was moving then. Maybe that was just the bike. Let me get in a bit. How about if you take the circlip off? Let's try now. Amazing! Right, see if it's a standard bearing or some weird freaky thing now, whether we can do anything with it. Over to... It's covered in dog hairs now. Feels like it's a standard bearing. Does feel very crunchy. No, it's not. It's not a standard bearing. It's another one with a silly lip on it. So it does seem to be a common thing with some of these bearings that they have a lip on. Actually, it doesn't feel as bad now. So I'm tempted just to pop the ring off. Stick it in the ultrasonic and see if we can clean it out, and then re-grease it. So we'll give that a go. Now, normally I'd do this with a pick, but I haven't got any picks down here, so I'm going to have to see if I can pop it out with oh yeah, no problem at all. Oh yeah, it looks fairly scabby in there. It's interesting. interesting, it's seized up again now. Loosen back up again. Can't feel any play. I think it just wants a bit of just wants a bit of grease, I think. So I'll give it a bit of grease, love, and see if we can. Maybe you don't want too much grease. It has got some muck in it, so I'm tempted to put it in the parts washer, but now you don't want to overload it with grease because you can cause it some other problems if you put too much grease in there. So it looks like they've heat shrunk another ring in the middle of it by the looks of it. So it looks like it is a standard bearing, but then they've dropped something else in the middle. So we could probably get that out with a bit of finagling. I suspect that's something for the seal to rub on. It does feel a little bit smoother now. Right, let's stick that back in. I'm having an experiment with this actually. It says it's the bearings are a 3042 according to this this adapter that I'm using. It's one of the now it's starting to make sense. It does have an adapter on the inside of it. So I bet you that does want to go on the other way. So it appears to have a one side's the 3042 standard bearing, the other side's the 3042, but with a another sized bit on it. Yeah, so the crank's smaller diameter on that side than it is on that side. That sits on there and pins that in there, and then that's a wider diameter. Now, I would have thought that would have been a better solution for it. And that would make sense as well. Interesting. So we need a slightly smaller one for that. Whatever the next size down is, another 25. get the other box out. So you're still sat over here, aren't you? Alright. Let's go and have a hunt. So I did think that that's a 24. It's definitely not a 24. It's not 2237, could be a 25. That's a 30, so that's a 30 installation tool. I think we might, no, that's not going to work. That's a 2537. That pushes right on the outside. What else have we got? There's only this one left that we haven't tried. No, see, we've got to find one that presses on the right place. And that one doesn't. And that one's too big as well. I think we're going to end up putting one of these on backwards and just hoping for the best. Right, let's do that. Over we go. When you tear into something and then you wish you'd not got into that nest of ferrets. Right, so that's centred that. We can't centre that because it doesn't fit. I'll be honest, I think it goes on like that. There's a witness mark on the crank arm that we've taken off. So that would make sense because that looks minging. That looks oily side, which if that's the case, I think that's got to go in that way round, because otherwise it'll put it too far across. Kind of knew that was going to happen. It's not gone in straight at all, it's gone in kitty corners. See if we can give it some love to lock it in. Hammer! Spend the entire time walking around looking for hammers. See if we can get it to... It. So I'm hitting on the outside of the bearing, not the inside of the bearing, so it won't mangle the bearings, and that's why that's important, that that's going in. But we haven't got anything to centre it, is the biggest problem we've got. I have got some other ones, but I don't think they're going to be much better because it really isn't a standard size. See if we can, there we go, see, it's playing now. That's in. Really needs a new bottom bracket. I don't think we're going to be able to swap it. That's just, they are really expensive as well. It's like 40 odd quid for a bottom bracket. That's like COVID prices, that. So I might have to keep an eye out for one for a... What's that? Just give that a quick wipe up around there and we'll freshly grease it. Just want to make sure we haven't got any issues going on there. It does use a spring tensioner like the S-round bottom brackets. We'll wang a bit of grease on there, just if nothing else, just to help keep the crap out. My floor's not going to thank me. My wife's going to kill me. try not to do the come and work for the Navy advert. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It is quite funny. Or is it the RAF? I can't remember, it's one of them. Trying to get kids to join an engineering degree and they've put the pedals both at the bottom. I need to get my camera on that to read what it says. I know if we've got this wrong anyway, because it'll jam up and it won't spin. I mean, it could be somebody's had this part already and not put it back together right, which is why it wasn't torqued up properly. Actually, that sounds a lot better than it did before. Bit of grease. Probably could have put it in the parts washer. Vibrating machine. Right. Just let me see if I can double glasses. (45 to 55 Newton meters), or if you're German, good and tight. Noise of rattling around off screen while I find the appropriate thing. I think it's an 8, pretty sure it's an 8. At 48 I've set it to see what we've got. That was a lot tighter than it was originally. That's better. That's just the, don't worry too much about that, that's the strap rubbing against it. You can hear there's still a bit of bearing noise in there, but it feels smooth now. It didn't feel smooth before. Right, let's get this chain on and see if we can sort out any other issues. Right, let's stick a Shimano chain on, because I believe it's Shimano. What was the chain on that was on it? Be interesting to see. Pretty scabby. Shimano. Yeah, that's mull. I just hope it's not taking the cassette with it. But I might have a spare cassette, but right, we're going to have to be careful with this one because obviously the chain's well loose. So when we measure up, we've got to make sure we do link for link. Do. Emma will love that. One of our friends. Every time anybody says doo-doo, she starts giggling. She's sort of Welsh, so I mean that probably explains it. Right, so you can see it's even over that far, it's already jumped half a link. You know, every handful I'm taking here, it's not done that properly, have I? I've done exactly what I said I didn't want to do. Right, so start again. Right, so I'm holding them level. No, I'm not. I'm holding them level, and you can see how much it's drifting already. So we'll do that, and then we'll make sure they're together again. Keep twisting it. Right, that's that one. Make sure they're together. I want to be together. Twist them back again. Oh God, it's really drifting out there, so it's that one that needs to come out. Put my thumb on it. Excuse me a minute while I stick this in here. Why are you being so awkward? You just stand over there instead. And make sure we've got it on the right side. Yeah, we have. We know if we got it wrong fairly quickly, because when she rides it, it'll start jumping, because the teeth will have a bigger gap than the pitch of the chain, because they're worn out. So it's usually a fairly quick process to discover. And try not to put it the wrong side of the little chain catcher. I've cracked it. Just realised I've not put that split pin back on over there. Why didn't you tell me? Let's see if I can finagle it on. Yeah, that's not going to work. Right, chain drive that way round. So, yeah, there's always an arrow on these. I think like the way that was hugging onto the chain, that's usually onto the thing, that's usually an indication we've got some issues with teeth being worn. hate these things. No, that's how it wants to go. Or not. It's supposed to be easier with these tools. Make more comedy noises. Talk amongst yourself. We're not missing something, are we? We're not a... Just move it now. It's nearly there. Well, it's not wanting to go in. I'll just give it a little squeeze, see if it's... having some issues. Sometimes they do get bound up on it. There we go, flipping heck. Right, that looks a little bit better. We go fishing. Right, let's go. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Oh, it's much better. Lovely. Look at that. Let's take one turn off. I think it was actually right. Just seems to be riding slightly on the way down. No, that's good, it's coming down. It's a 105 and it's a... Right, let's try the front wheel, front ring. Right, that's sorted. Let's have a look at this this back brake now. And we've got to get that off as well. Oops, splattered you. Let me read. Right, it appears the camera has shut off and you've just missed all of that. So let's just have a recap because I'm not going to take it off and do it again. I can do some of it. We took the brake pads out. They were worn, but they weren't uber badly worn. They're probably about, well, it's kind of on its edge, a bit of uneven wear. So there's still a bit of life left in them. So I've stuck a set of ones out of my parts bucket on that have got a bit more meat to them, the Swiss stop. What we did do, and we'll do it again, is just to make sure we checked that, and if you can see that, it says 1.59, so we've still got 0.09 to go at on that, so there, that's okay. I mean, it is getting low, but it's not uber low. Right, that feels better already. So what I do need to check is that it did look to be pushing on the Uding flip before. Spain, it's not a 5 and it's a 4. Could have told you that. Come on, will you make your mind up? I don't like these other ones either. That's interesting. Somebody's put the split pin retainer on there, but having said that though, that looks like it also has a split pin retainer. So we're missing a split pin on there to stop that from coming out. I'll be honest, I'm probably more concerned about that coming out than I am the other bit, so I'm going to put that up there and we're going to live with that one. Right, so let's just try and crack these off. Right, you're sort of in the way there, so you can go there, and what we're going to do is we're just going to clamp that on. Right, so I'm holding that down. Does feel a lot better now. I'm just going to tighten these up and then hopefully it should be recentered. If it doesn't, I'll get the centering shim out, because I really can't be arsed with these today. I normally do it by eye, but that's even worse. So it needs to go that way. I really don't like the idea of putting the screws underneath. I think it's just asking for trouble. So it looks like it's this back one that needs to go that way. We just put the centering shim on. Yeah, I'm not entirely I'm not using a stupid Torx bit, are they? still not right. Of course, we could have a seized caliper. Don't think we have that. Ow, that was my finger. I think the actual the plates are, should we say, not flat. Just going to check something out here. It's got the adjustable things down there, which, to be honest, don't really help a great deal. I am wondering if the adapter plate that this thing's sitting on can move. Because it could be that's what's got the problem. So we want it to go that way, so we want the adapter plate to come this way towards me. Oh. There's some muck on there, there's some corrosion as well. Just doesn't seem to want to slide. I was wondering if there's any play in this, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like all the play's built into that bit there. So let's have another go at it. It's a little bit better. If anything, this one wants to come. Still pushing the rotor across, but can't, just don't seem to be able to get it anywhere better than that. Right, don't have a lot of success with these Pinnacles. They are really stubborn to set up, so I'm wondering how they build the flipping things. We're not all the way back to the handlebars now anyway, so that's good. I think it has been adjusted back as well, so we'll have to... Well, that's a little bit better. We'll do that one for free. The black pads. Stuff them in there as an emergency set in case anybody needs them. Better than nothing. Right. So, quick recap. Pinnacle. What is it? A Pinnacle. Echoes? Anyway, re-greased the bottom bracket, a little bit graunchy on the other side, new chain on it, sorted out the gear indexing, tried to make the brakes a bit better, they are a little bit better. It's spinning now anyway, so that's good, they'll bed in. Front wheel was fine anyway, so I think that's it. We'll call it there, jobs are good, and I'll let her know about the bottom bracket, probably wants replacing at some point. I'm going to have to bite the bullet and buy one of them Praxis tools. There's quite a few people got these Pinnacles, or I just say I'm not going to do them. Front wheel's got a little bit of a puncture. It's a very slow puncture. Has it got a removable core? Don't think so. Pretty sure it doesn't. Right, anyway. I might fix the puncture because I don't think I've got any inner tubes, so it does want a new inner tube chucking in it. I haven't got one. And that's it, we can send this one on its way. So jobs are good, and sorry it's taken so long, Tracy. And a bike at long last.